friends, and welcome back to Old Mill Homestead. So today we are going to do a seed haul. Keep in mind this is my first ever garden, so I went with things that we like, that we eat, that can help be pollinators. With my very limited knowledge, I went with what I researched and thought was best. So we have Hoss seeds, we have a few from there, and then we also have a package from MIGardener. So the only thing I don't have is my potatoes, and they'll ship sometime this month, being the month of January, or maybe very early February from what the email said. So let's take a look at what I got from Hoss. So I didn't get a huge haul from Hoss, but I did get some. My husband in particular requested Cherokee purple tomato. He's not a huge tomato fan, but he said he ate that one. A friend of his produces his own hot sauce and sells it, and he went over there and was helping him set up his garden, and he really enjoyed it. So he requested the Cherokee purple tomato, so we picked up some of that. It's best to plant after your last frost, and the maturity is about 70 days. So we picked up one of those, and then I picked up 2 packs of tomatillos from Hoss, and it's maturity of 60 days. Again, it's best to plant after last frost. Now, if you don't know, I am not doing starters in the house. We have a very adequate house for our life, and our, it's just Nick and I. Our 4-legged kids are our children. We don't have 2-legged children, and it's perfect. It's 1,300 square feet. There's nothing I would change about it. We are at some point going to add a garage just for more space of storage, because we deck out Christmas in this household. But I just don't have a place. I like to be not as much clutter, and I don't have a place in the house to try to do that. I do have one option that I might look into next year, as far as going to a friend of mine who does hers at a warehouse they own and has some grow lots, but we'll see. So we also picked up some Walla Walla onion, and it's 125 days to maturity. Plant early spring and fall. We picked up some banana peppers. My husband loves these. It's plant after last frost and 60 days to maturity. And then I also picked up this premium garden seed, and you plant early spring and fall, and it's 175 days, or no, 75 days 75 days to maturity. So that was our Hoss haul, minus the potatoes, which I'm waiting on. They said they would get them shipped out sometime soon. So I'm going to put these back just to keep them separated. Actually, I'm just going to sit them right behind me, because I picked up this handy dandy photo storage container where I can store my seed in here. That way they're more organized, and I mean, if something should happen and we should get some water, it's not going to ruin all of my seed, because this seed combined, I believe, was about $125, 125-ish, maybe 30, maybe 130, somewhere in that area. Now this is my MIGardener list of things that we picked up. So we have a ton of seeds that we purchased from them, and we picked up some cucumbers. We picked up some pinto beans, which I'm also we both enjoy pinto beans. We also enjoy black beans. We picked up some black beans, some red kidney beans. Now I make a chili. It's not necessarily, I make a soup and I make a chili that has all of those beans in it. So it would be so much more convenient if I could just pick them out of my garden and prepare them here, can them here, soak them here, instead of having to run to the grocery store and pick up a can with added crap that I don't want. So we also picked up some jalapeno peppers. I do not like a lot of spice, but my husband does, and I have a couple different things that I want to make with those. Now we do both love bell peppers, so I picked up some Emerald Giant bell peppers. I also picked up some Purple Beauty peppers. We picked up some Sunbright peppers, some yellow pepper. We picked up 2 packages of Keystone resistant giant peppers. And in case you don't know, I'm sure most of you do, but the back kind of tells you that what you need to know as far as when to plant, how deep to plant, days to maturity, planting space, dimensions, all of that. You know, if it's container friendly, what it tastes like. So this one, it's sweet. I'll just give you a rundown on this one. It's sweet. You plant it 1/4 of a depth below. Container friendly, full sun. It start indoors 8 to 10 weeks before last frost. Days to germinate is 10 to 21. It has the temperature on there, and then days till maturity. So that's pretty cool. And then we also picked up some baby Roma tomatoes to plant. Now I plan on doing a lot of my own pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce, canned tomatoes. I would like to be able to do, and I haven't looked at this at all, but I would like to be able to do tomato paste. Just things that you have to constantly run to the grocery store. Now we went kind of heavy on the tomatoes and peppers. That's fine. Like I said, it's my first garden ever, so I just picked what I thought I would enjoy. Beefsteak tomato, a yellow one. We also picked up several varieties of, I'll just show you all of them, of tomato to plant, because like I said, I would love to have a big tomato harvest this year. We picked up some corn, some sweet corn, some basil, some red onion. We also picked up some just onion. There's some more red onion. And then some sweet white Spanish onion. We picked up some iceberg lettuce. I'm real picky about my lettuce. I don't enjoy the fancy lettuces. I just like iceberg mostly. There's some other stuff I like, but the really leafy, pointy lettuces I do not like at all. So we picked up some cilantro, some marigolds for some flowers. This is an extra pack of marigolds. We picked up some coneflower and some Delilah. And I have 2 of those. We also want to try to plant pumpkin, which I'm probably most excited about. And these last several varieties are varieties of pumpkin that we picked up. This is a white pumpkin. We picked up a kind of a blue color pumpkin, and then 2 different orange ones. So what I'm wanting to do with this is I am very fascinated with using every part of the fruit and vegetable, right? So that's not in my background. So what I want to do is grow the pumpkins. I want to use them for decoration. Instead of having to go to local farmer stand and buy my pumpkins, I want to use them for decoration. I want to bring them in, cook them up, preserve them, the pumpkin inside, and then the outside of it, what my plan is to give it to the goats. Now this year what we did is we went to a farmer's market, or 2022, we went to a farmer's market. We bought 6 pumpkins. We had planter, 2 round planters on the front porch. We stacked a blue and a white and a blue and a white. I mean, we bought 5. And then we had a huge orange pumpkin out here in an old cast iron planter. It's a pot, but we use it as planter. And after the season, we just sliced them up and gave them to the goats. And I kind of regret that now, but still, even now today, I don't have the equipment really to do a lot with that. And I have a refrigerator freezer, which is not big. So I don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 freezers. We do want to purchase a small freezer, but again, I don't know where we would put it because I don't want to clutter my space. It gives me anxiety, and I struggle with that. I struggle with both depression and anxiety, and I just don't want to start piling stuff in and kind of bringing in the house. I like it to be more open and airy. So obviously we would put it in the garage once it's built, but that's a ways away, and like not even in the planning stage, ways away. So that's my plan with the pumpkin. I'm also really intrigued about when we start getting apples, is instead of just eating the apple and throwing the core and the skins away, eating the apple or processing the apple and then taking the said skins and cores and making that into gallons of apple juice. That's just really intriguing to me to be able to use all that. And then the scraps after that, I can either, we're going to eventually get chickens. I can either give them to the chickens, I can give them to the goats, I could give them to the compost, a plethora of things. And that's never been in my background. It's never been, it's you eat the apple, right, and you throw it away. And it's really exciting to me to think of all the different ways you can stretch out all the different things that we use, especially when I don't have that knowledge. You guys probably already know all this, but I don't, and it's super exciting to me to be able to think of different ways you can use the food instead of, well, I used it for the main purpose and then put it in the trash. That's one thing I'm excited about. Chickens, goats, which we have 2 goats, composting, all of that. I'm really intrigued by it. And then the very last thing we picked up is some zucchini. I have started this year, and if you've watched, then you've seen I've made it a couple times, zucchini bread, and that, woo, I love it. And I had never ever had it and never ever made it until I made it when we made it together on we've done it twice. We did it 2 different videos, and I wish you guys could taste it because I got so excited because not only did I like it, but my husband enjoyed it. And then we made 2 loaves because that's what the recipe makes. And so I took it up to my I call them mom and dad. It's my in-laws, but my biological mom has passed away and my dad lives about an hour away, so hour and 15 minutes away. So it's not something that I could just run down to him, but he is coming. He's gonna be up here sometime in the next couple months. We'll probably hopefully see him before then, but he's going to be going on just a small quick getaway. And I thought, you know what would be nice is if I sent him with a zucchini bread so he could either snack on it to and from or snack on it in the morning once he gets there, or whatever he wants to do with it. But that is our seed haul. And like I said, it was about $130, I think, for all the seeds. I don't have a total on either of these receipts. It's just mainly the packing order. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I am very excited to get this started. Like I said, I'm not putting unrealistic expectations on myself. I might have all this seed and get one bell pepper. And to be honest, I'll be a little disappointed, but I'll be tickled because I grew that 1 bell pepper. I grew it myself and I grew it in my garden, and I nurtured it and I de-weeded it, and I went out every day and checked on it and watered it and just all the things. And so I'm not putting unrealistic expectations on myself, and I do understand that I might have a bump of crop one year from green peppers and then they might not produce as well the next year, but I am very excited. Thank you guys for some of your recommendations on where to get seed. There's another couple companies that I'm looking at that we may end up getting our fruit trees and plants from, but I still want to go to the local nursery here and check it out before I order online. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to get these organized into my container, and I'll have that. I believe I got this on Amazon. So I can send a link down there for you so that you can pick up one if you're interested. Yeah, that's it. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.